Hey everybody, it's your girl Claudia Jordan, and welcome to Cocktails with the Queens. And I'm so excited to be back from break and back with my favorite queens. I'm talking about my girls Vivica A. Fox, Lisa Ray, and Selena Johnson. Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi,
Now,
birthday girl.
oh,
Right.
thank you. Girl, I got a brand new gray hair in my inner thigh. I said, is that a highlight? What is that? Oh man. Anyways, tonight we are dishing about everything that's trending in the news and on social media. And later on the show, we are joined and catching up with one of the stars of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, who always supports women and is a boss, business lady, and a true queen, Kandi Burruss. But let's get to it, ladies. How was everybody's week off? What y'all do? What y'all get into? I want to be nosy and catch up. What y'all been up to?
Well, I filmed this weekend until the wee hours of the night on Saturday, Sunday. Came home, took a nap, got up, cooked for the family. So it was a quaint, small, intimate setting. We watched a movie. Everybody kind of fell asleep, dozed off. It was nice, peaceful, and relaxing. Just what I needed.
Very nice. Okay. Selena.
Look.
Well, I have been busy building my home studio. I have been in construction, getting all of the equipment in, and all of the acoustic treatments. It's just been a lot, furniture, all kind of stuff. So I'm actually broadcasting live from my studio. I'm waiting on some more, plaques and different things like that. But I'm really, really, really excited about it because I'll be recording my next album called Legacy out of my own house. Okay. So I've been doing that and painting, and girl, when I tell you having to wait down to the FedEx, like just sit at the house and just wait on packages all day, is really been taking me out. But I've been just waiting on packages and decorating and, getting ready for my studio to be done.
It looks cute and you look cute. I love their hair like that. You look really pretty.
Thank you.
And Miss Vivica A. Fox, I know you shot like 2 movies while we were gone, because that's what you do. She's like, yeah, 3.
Actually 2. Yeah. It was a busy weekend of memorizing lines. I went from one character playing a psychiatrist to the other one playing this bad kick butt lawyer. And so for me, it was a weekend of like putting back on my actor's hat, because I kind of, got to, do the hosting thing, and it was kind of like fun. And it was like, oh, back to being a thespian. So it was a week of me being an actress. But Claudia, before we find out what's happening to you, and we have to interrupt things, and we didn't get the opportunity to celebrate your birthday last week, we're going to take the time to celebrate you tonight. How about that?
Oh yeah.
Got you. We was good.
Here we go again, another year.
Right. So before we dive into the show, I'd like for each of the queens to pour some encouragement into Claudia as she enters a new chapter of her life. Because she got, as far as I'm concerned, she got 1 more year before she's officially in the grown folks club. Okay. You know what I mean?
That is right.
So you 4'9", so you almost there. So each queen,
said that too.
Yes.
I said you almost there. You're not quite there. You want to be there. It's nice to be there. And we're going to help you get there and bring it in too, God willing, next year. But for right now, girl, you still fine, fabulous in your 40s.
That's right, honey. So enjoy that. Selena, let's start with you. What words of encouragement would you like to give our queen, Miss Claudia?
Well, Claudia knows that I love her. First of all, I just think she's brilliant. I think that, she is the epitome of brains, and beauty actually being, being met together and actually being in a real person. If brains and beauty was in the dictionary, you would open up the dictionary and Claudia be in it. I just love her. I just think that, you're down to earth, you're kind, you're compassionate, and you're super, super talented. You know what I'm saying? And again, just this, I'm always so intrigued by how smart you are, and smart in so many different arenas. It's not just like, oh, I know this, but like honey, Miss Thing knows everything. Oh, no, because see, I heard last week that this is that. And see, the people say it and the streets are talking. So she also knows, she knows what the streets are saying and she knows what the government is saying. You see, that's the balance, of Claudia Jordan. And I just want to encourage you to love on yourself being 49 and this fine. Embrace the fact that because I know as we get older, we can feel like, oh my God, I'm getting old. You know how you mentioned the gray hair down to your leg, but it's wisdom. It's wisdom.
Highlights.
You see what I'm saying? And just get a waxing, girl. That's what I do. I just get it. I just get it all out of it.
Just get it on out.
Laser don't work.
I just want to tell you that. I just want to tell you that I love you, and I want to tell you that I'm enamored by you every week when I see how quick and smart you are. And I just hope you had the best birthday. You look like you was kicking it. Your friends was popping. You was popping. Your skin was popping. So happy birthday from me to you. I love you. And I'm just always enamored by you every week.
Lisa Ray.
Thank you.
Well, I was going to say, Selena, with the words that I just gave you to say, they were for me, not for you to say.
First of all, I have my own words. Okay, you can't say that I stole your words because I were mine and it came out of my brain.
The note I just passed you.
Okay, you did just pass me.
Okay. I started actually before we even started the show today because Claudia, you're glowing. You've been glowing for quite a while. I'm just in awe of you because not only because you're my sister, my queen, but you're a friend as well, and the more that I'm around you, the more that we get a chance to exchange knowledge and laughter. It just makes me feel like, wow, why hadn't we combined, before now? We always have been for years, but I think the show has done something very different for our friendship. And I've always thought you were a beauty. But you just, I just like Selena said, you're witty. I love that you unapologetically who you are because you don't mind that the people talk about you and you don't mind telling us that they're talking about you and what it is that they're talking about. I'm thinking, I don't know if I would have really repeated that, but you don't give a damn, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so you make us fall in line with that as well. You carry the show and you do it so gracefully. Yes. No matter if your eyelashes is here or here, it doesn't matter.
I cannot do eyelashes.
Okay with that.
Eyelash stay there.
I'm gonna have to give y'all a blank screen until I get that lash on. You know what I mean? But Claudia, she ain't gonna care. You know what I mean? Nope. But I like that you come out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? That you're not one of those stuck-up girls that's like, oh, I cannot be seen like this because I have to be seen in all of my glory, because all of your glory, really, girlfriend, is all that you are. So I love you. Happy birthday. I know you're gonna have fun, with your girlfriends down in Miami. I know you were down there cutting the rug and cutting up, and I know you had some type of hangover because that's just what you do. I know that you're glad that you went to Miami and didn't spend no money on gambling, not in Vegas. Oh no, wait a minute. You might have found a casino in Miami, did you?
No, I was good. We're gonna get to Vegas soon. There's a West Coast concert coming up on May 14th.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
All three of us, we owe each other. I'm not gonna just put it on cloud. We owe each other because how many birthdays this has been now? The third set of birthdays that came around. We absolutely need to go somewhere and do something. I think that FOXSOUL should absolutely be the one that send us.
We're gonna get our trip. We're gonna get our trip on real soon. Thank you, Lisa. I love you too. And that's so. And I feel the same way. I feel like we should have been kicking it more when I was in LA, but I'll be back. I'm gonna be back.
My turn. Claudia.
Don't say
I piggyback everything off of what the other queens have said. I thank you for bringing this amazing opportunity into all of our lives. We've definitely all gotten a lot closer. And to watch you over the years, you came into my life and saved me during Celebrity Apprentice. And I just have watched your growth as a woman. To see you happy in a relationship really, really warms my heart that you found a man before me and Lisa Ray, but that's all right. You good, Lisa Ray. I wasn't trying to take nothing away. I'm the one on Stranded Island. But anyway, I'm very proud that you are becoming an outstanding Black woman, a Black leader, African-American leader in our community. You have no problem speaking up for us. I want to let you know that you're turning into like a woman. You don't need to be shaped like a little girl. Embrace your curves. Embrace all of you that is a woman. Claudia Jordan, you're beautiful. You shine. Continue to shine, because you just gonna keep getting better each chapter of life. So I want God to continue to bless you, and I'm grateful for you, Claudia Jordan. I really am.
Thank you. Thank you. God love you. Y'all are awesome. I'm like blushing over here because I'm like, I don't know why I'm like weird with compliments or people trying to do stuff for me. I'm always like, stop, let me give it back to you. No, go look over there. But thank you. I'm just going to shut up and just take it. I'm just going to take it.
How do you feel,
There's
Claudia?
a joke there, but I want to keep it to myself.
What do you say?
I said, how do you feel, Claudia?
Take it. No.
I'm good. 49 was not a, oh my God, I'm getting old birthday. 45 was it for me. Now I'm good. I'm coasting. I'm good. Like, I feel good. I feel great. Skin popping. Ain't got no pores. Got a little whisker every now and then. But that's okay. That's hormones. And I feel good. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm in a good place and life is good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, in your 20s, you're like, oh, unsure of yourself. And 30s, you're like, I'm good. Like, I'm good.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you,
Claudia. To continue your birthday celebration, we have a shout out from one of your friends. It's Roberta. Take a look.
Claudia, it's your girl Roberta wishing you a happy birthday. I am so proud of the woman you've become, but most importantly, you've always been a solid and loyal friend to me. So for that, I love you. So let's enjoy more birthdays together. Love you.
Okay, Roberta. She got to be a friend of yours, Claudia, if she's doing a birthday shout out from the pool. Okay,
from the pool. Friends, stay kicking it. That's what
all my friends are ladies of leisure. Like, she has a whole business, and she's like, I'll be in the pool. I didn't even know y'all snuck and did this. Like, I did not.
Wait a minute, we're not done. I know you don't like to be showered, but we got to go. Also, we have another shout out from Golden Globe winner actress Regina Taylor. Let's take a look.
Happy birthday, Claudia Jordan, from Regina Taylor. Continued blessings.
Y'all sneaky. Sneaky hussies, you.
It's rare that we can get
Thank you.
Look at that smile on your face. It just warms my heart because you're always arranging things for everybody else and taking care of everybody else. And, we got to do this. So we're glad that today we can celebrate you and take over for just a little bit. Are you excited?
I am. Do you guys have a blooper reel of all the times my eyelashes were falling? That's what y'all should have done.
That's falling off now.
That's next year. We'll do a blooper reel. We'll definitely do a blooper reel. And now from this part of the show, we will now let you take over what you do so wonderfully. And that is hosting Cocktails with Queens. So now,
Queen, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all being here and like from day one. And, this show brings me so much joy. And everywhere I go, when people say they love this show, especially Black women that say like they love the sisterhood, like see our little tips we've had and we've gone through it and come out on the other side like better and better and closer. And I think it's a good example of how we can resolve things, outside of this. So I appreciate all you ladies. Let's get into some hot topics.
All right,
about me and more into the hot topics. Y'all ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, ladies, Rihanna and ASAP Rocky were recently spotted arriving in Barbados together. Now, this was their first public appearance after that breakup. Cheating rumor started circulating on the media, social media, but the man who started the rumor apologized, which is a first. I never really hear that, and wrote that he made a dumb decision to tweet false information. Now, he posted the following message: I have no excuse for it. I've been way too wrapped up in the Twitter drama and unfortunately leaned into being messy as a brand, which is something going forward I'm going to move away from. So all this started, people were coming for ASAP Rocky, mad at him, and it wasn't even true. Did you believe this story when it came out? And has anyone ever, I already know the answer to this, has anyone ever started a rumor about you on social media that you had to deal with, and how'd you deal with it? Let's start with Vivica Fox first.
Child, I'm the timeline, honey. We blew up with each other. I think somebody had the link and everybody was like, how something like the top of your head, just kind of like the little emoji where it's like, that's quite literally how, what? And then to say that he was cheating with Amina, Muadi or whatever her name is, the girl
the shoe girl, the girl that designed the shoes.
The shoe girl with that little funny little ice cube heel. To say that, and she works for Fenty.
And has a boyfriend.
Yes, well, we found that out later. But the thing is that I wish that immediately when it came out, immediately countered. The fact that it lingered for about half a day to almost a day, to me, of course, you know, you have to realize when people are huge public figures, Rihanna, when they got their troops behind them, like the Beehive and the Unicorns with Nicki Minaj, once you say something about this, it goes so quickly. So I said, well, let me be nosy. Inquiring mind want to know. I'm gonna make it quick. Okay. So I went on Amina's thing to look and see if she did a statement, had she said anything. You know, I'm Cocktails with Queens, so I got to know things. So she said nothing. And baby, let me tell you, the comments, somebody was like, girl, you should turn off your comments, boo. They were vicious with it. So then finally, the next day they came out and was like, no, it's, you know, it was a da-da-da-da-da. But it was really vicious.
But you know what? I kind of like the way that Beyonce and Jay-Z do their thing. They don't give a damn what you say, and when you say it, they not saying nothing.
Hold that back. You're right about that. They don't, because they don't have to address it because they don't put a lot of their business out. However, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay. About to have his child. Yeah. That's something, in my honest opinion, especially an employee, that should be addressed immediately if it's not true. That's
my thing is that it's very mean of the person who started the rumor, because again, like you said, Vivica, she's pregnant. You don't care that that's going to stress her out. You don't care the kind of stress and strain that that's going to put on her, and she's carrying a whole person in her stomach. So I just think that, and I'm also sick of people doing stuff and saying sorry. Like I'm getting real sick of that whole, well, I have a formal apology. I shouldn't have never done. You knew the shit wasn't right when you did it in the first place.
True.
I mean, you know, and then it's not even like popping news. Like you could at least, you know, you could have found something else to do. That was like almost ruining a relationship and not really, but ruining, it just put tension there that was unnecessary. And I think that we need to be more mindful of that in terms of being the press. We need to be more mindful of that. Because these are people's lives that you're dealing with.
And you know that sometimes they say where there's smoke, there's fire. So now that's planted that seed that whenever she's around them, or if he even look at her high or smiles at her,
it's negative,
everybody's gonna be like, I knew something was going on.
But don't you think though that once you start clarifying rumors and speaking on it, then you're going to always have to, like, at what point do you
that was a big one though, right? That was a big one. That was a big one. They don't address little BS one. That one was a huge one.
I really wish that the bloggers that put this out, and we're not bloggers here, I just want to be clear about that. We are an opinion-based show and we talk about the hot topics, but you know, I feel like sometimes people, like this guy admitted that he knew it was wrong and he just did it anyways. There's a lot of people out there that print stuff or say stuff just for attention now, because attention is the new attention is the new currency. It's the new dollar. You know what I mean? Like people care about likes more than I care about dollars. They care about likes and attention. And I feel like we need some laws or something in place. I mean, because
I was going to say that. Does anything happen to him?
No. And there's been some horrible things that have really affected people's brands. I know when I was on a show, it was like, whore this, homework of that, and it's not true. And people don't care when you clarify it. They think, oh, you're explaining it must be a lie. No, that shit hurt your feelings. Yeah. It hurt your real relationships. It hurt your brand. It sometimes stops your bags when you keep having these things around you. Now, this guy, you talking about a pregnant woman, like who knows how that affected her? Who knows if she had doubts or she's feeling insecure? Like shame on these people.
Shame on you.
I'm so frustrated. I'm so sick of it. Anyways, listen. On to something positive. We have a real boss coming up in the next segment here. Love her to death. She's everyone's friend. Kandi Burruss is here, and we're going to talk about all the stuff she got going on. She got about 16 shows that she's on right now, including Real Housewives Atlanta, coming back, holding it down. We'll be right back. When we come back, stick around. Kandi Burruss will be joining the Queens when we return. We're back with Cocktails with the Queens. Now, tonight we're catching up with one of the stars of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But before we talk to her, let's take a look at this clip from her new show, Kandi and the Gang.
I pay you. You don't pay me.
We need to know that you on the team.
I'll fire her now.
You can't fire all of our people.
No, Kandi put you as her son.
But you're not leading in that kitchen. I am.
You take away from him.
No, I'm not taking that away.
Dude. As a family, we need to be on the same page.
I
have never ever said that was my restaurant. A lie is a lie.
Throw your foot down like I did before.
Please welcome Kandi Keep It Back Burruss. What's up, Kandi?
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Hey, girl.
It's popping. When I tell you the old school ladies arguing, I'm here for all of that. I know that shit is too funny.
It is funny. The show is like hilarious to me.
Kandi, out the gate, thank you so much for being here. We definitely appreciate having you on. How was your Easter? Did you do anything special? How was your Easter? Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
We see you, baby.
We see you, but we can't hear you.
Oh, I can hear you now. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm just saying, thanks for being here. And how was your Easter? You do anything special?
Oh, it was awesome. I was just with my family. We just was hanging out, kicking it, you know.
Did you cook?
I did. Well, it was a potluck. So they asked me to bring the baked spaghetti. That's what I made. It was requested. So I just made what they asked me to make.
Okay. Well, Kandi, I mean, I have followed your career since all the way back, you know, as a singer in a group and a writer. I've just followed you all the way up. I just think your glow up is phenomenal. You're sitting here with all of these shows, all of these accomplishments, all of these businesses. What I want to know is, and you're a mom, which is a whole job within itself, and a wife. Do you ever experience mommy guilt? And if you do,
all the time.
Okay, girl, how do you deal with it when you experience mommy guilt?
It's like, I mean, any woman that's like really going after her goals in her career, you're gonna feel that way at some point, you know. Yeah. You know, I do my best to be there for all the major moments of all my kids' lives, but some of the little day-to-day moments that some stay-at-home moms get to do, I don't always get to do it, and I do feel guilty about it. Mm-hmm. But my kids understand that I'm doing it for us. And, you know, I groomed my oldest daughter, Riley, to be like that. So I remember at one point, she used to tell me if I was at home too many days, she'd be like, don't you need to go to work?
Okay.
You know? So it's just, you know, a part of the life. And I think they just, because that's what they're used to, they support, you know, everything I'm doing as well.
Well, okay. So speaking of being a mom, earlier this month, you posted a cryptic message that seemed like it was aimed to your ex, Russell Block. He complained about the child support. So you wrote, I don't care how well I'm doing. I still need that money you owe me. So Kandi, why is it important for women to have that type of attitude when it comes to fighting for what they rightfully deserve? Where that come from?
Okay, see, I wasn't even going to speak on that, but I mean, basically the thing is he had did some interviews that, you know, to me, I felt like he shouldn't have did and things he shouldn't have said or whatever. A lot of people, I feel like, get the wrong impression. They're like, oh, she has all this money and she's going after him. What people do not understand is when we went for child support, that was years ago. That was when Riley was 4 and they put it in place. At the time, he was making millions of dollars. A lot of people don't know he had owned the label that Young Jock was on and Boys in the Hood. So a lot of those hit records came through him. So it's not like it's a person that I was picking on, y'all. And I just feel like regardless if the mother's doing her thing, the father still needs to do his part as well. And, you know, over the years, you know, he had stopped doing it. And I was going to let it go, but my daughter Riley was like, no, you know, I'm going to college. And, you know, my daughter is at NYU now. It's not like I'm just paying for her to go to school. I also pay for her to have an apartment there. It's a whole bunch of things that she needs as a young adult going into college. And so, yeah, I do believe that any mother out there, don't feel guilty just because you're forcing them to do their part.
Yeah, he should want to. You should want to. You should
do his part.
Yeah, I'm not hating on him. You know, this ain't personal. But I mean, in life, people feel like just because you're doing well, they shouldn't have to pay you back or they shouldn't have to do whatever.
Okay.
And y'all, I'm sure y'all know people do it all the time.
It's for the child, though. It's for the child. So this is his way of being in her, not really being in her life, but being a part of the growth of her life. Like, wouldn't you want to be like, well, I did that. I put her through school. I did that. Like, that should be something that you should want to be proud of. Right. Like, just because a mother has money, it doesn't matter. I take care of my child. I can do this with my child. Like, that you should want that as a man.
And plus, as a matter of like, especially with like young Black girls, like there's enough of us that have, our issues with our daddies or dad not being around. Not saying that's the majority, but for those of us that, have had those issues, it feels good to know my daddy cares. My daddy got me and he contributes. So what that you make a lot of money? He should, it should make an effort. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, he just hating because you're doing so well, honey. You got so many jobs.
He fumbled his bag and you multiplied yours.
You got all kinds of jobs.
I was just a little frustrated that he, was speaking on it in his interview. And so I made my comments too, and it is what it is,
Okay. He can drink, he can go on and keep on drinking that haterade. I'm glad that we also share something together, Kandi. You are the narrator of Lifetime Movie Network show, Keeping Up with the Joneses. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but when the narration is going on, it's the voice of Kandi.
Yes. I love you for that. Thank you for choosing me, because you are the exec producer of the project. Let it be known that she's the boss of that thing. And I thank you for choosing me to do that.
Oh, you're doing a wonderful job. Now, Housewives season 14, girl, 14, wow, has started. Anything you want to, tease a little bit, drop a little tea on?
Oh my goodness. So season 14 starts. The premiere is May 1st. And that's also the finale of Kandi and the Gang. So I got 2 shows in one day.
She booked and busy.
But this season is a trip. I honestly, I was a little worried because everybody knows we lost 2 peach holders this past season or whatever, and coming into the new season, I was kind of worried, like, oh, how is this gonna go? Like, is everybody gonna still like it? But when I tell you, these girls, they showed up and showed out.
Oh, I saw there was a lot of P words that were mentioned, a lot of B words that was going on.
Oh, for sure.
I was like, wow, okay, they coming in strong. They trying to get ratings.
It was a lot going on. Of course, our shows, we always gonna have our drama. That's it
is what it is, right?
Holders. I don't know who was the 2 new girls.
Oh, okay. So we lost Portia and we lost Cynthia Bailey. But this year we gained, Marlo now has her peach, and then also Sonia Ross.
Olympian.
She's an Olympian, honey. She has gold medals.
Multiple gold medals. That's my girl. I love her.
Yeah, she has multiple medals. And when I tell you she had to let some people know, she had to let some people know.
Sonya ain't no punk.
Okay. And speaking of letting things know, Carlos King just said that Nene was the greatest housewife of all time. What do you feel about that statement?
I mean, I don't have anything against that statement, to be honest. She was on season 1. She kicked the door in with the first season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I'm going to give her props on that.
Kandi, I love the way you handle yourself. Like I think you have the right amount of like fire when you need to. And then you also, like, I seen it personally living in Atlanta for my little 1 year. The way you support other women, especially in business, you try to put other women on. You don't try, you do. You put your family on. You're not a hater. And I do like that about you. Like, I think you're a fair woman when it comes to these questions that you're asked. You're not out there campaigning or saying things. You're asked questions. Like, seriously.
Well, I think she's chilling too.
I appreciate that you brought that up. It's like, sometimes you're in a situation where, people be like, oh, she always talking about me. But it's like, if someone asks you the question, it's like, you gonna answer it. It's not like I'm purposely trying to seek out people to talk about. But with that being said, I'm going to always be fair and I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not going to just, because I don't like somebody, not give them their just due,
People got to keep that in mind. Real Housewives of Atlanta is arguably one of the greatest reality shows of all time and the most successful of all the housewife franchises. If anytime they have anyone from the show, past, present, future, currently, they're going to ask about other cast members. That doesn't mean anyone's obsessed. That doesn't mean anyone is tripping. It means they're a part of a huge show and people are going to ask about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. So you shouldn't be faulted for that. So Kandi, We are excited about this next season. Let me ask you, your new show real quick, Bravo, called Kandi and the Gang. Why should fans tune in?
Well, I would just say, I feel like everybody should tune in just because our show is the funniest show on Bravo, period. Like, no, I mean, I can say that with confidence. Every time people watch our show, they always say it just keeps them laughing the whole time. Yeah, we have little drama here and there, but it's not mean-spirited drama on our show. And it's kind of refreshing to be able to have a reality show where it's not based on drama. Like, it's more so like we have real stories. The people are really, sharing a lot of their personal life and what they have going on, issues they're dealing with, but they're just genuinely funny. Like my Aunt Bertha, I swear she's a comedian. She should have been in her life. And then also like Brian, he's hilarious. Like everybody, we just got some really funny people, and it's just a feel-good show, I think.
Well, I love your mama.
Oh, wait, just gotta say something. Before you go, one of my favorite moments is when you was like, the lies.
It's a meme.
Yeah, it's a meme, honey.
I like
lying, child. They be lying.
I like the fact that you're always the same. Like from the day one that I met you to me seeing you at weddings or the back alley or the green room or the press room.
Not the back alley.
Or real chick, you know what I mean? Like you real somebody that you want to hang out with. Like I don't mind coming to your house, getting some baked spaghetti when I come sit down.
Okay. Well, Kandi, what Lisa Ray just said is exactly why you keep getting spinoffs and keep getting shows. You're easy to work with. Everyone likes working with you, and I think you're such a good example of not just a Black woman, a woman just period. You're just you just got it. You got it right. You know what you're doing.
Beautiful smile too.
Kandi Burruss.
Y'all know y'all making me feel good over here.
That's what we do down to the queens. We uplift. We don't tear down. We uplift.
Kandi Burruss, thank you so much for joining us. We will make sure we support all your shows. It's hard to keep track, but we will keep on keeping the reminders in our phones. We appreciate you. We'll be looking forward to the new season of all your shows. Thank you so much, Kandi.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Make sure you follow Kandi Burruss, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and all her other 15 shows. We'll be right back with more after the break. Welcome back to Cocktails with Queens. Okay, everybody, we have reached a part of the show where we talk about relationships, the challenges we faced in our own lives, and how we overcame them. Welcome to our queendom. Okay, tonight's topic will focus on what makes a real woman. Now, our topic was inspired by an interview with Cam Newton, who said, handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs is what makes a woman. He continued with, you don't know how to be quiet. You don't know how to let a man lead. This boy. Okay, anyways, what are your thoughts on Cam's statements? And since we're women and can speak for ourselves, what, in your opinion, makes a real woman? Selena, I could tell from the look on your face you want to go first.
I actually don't want to go first, but it's fine. I think that he really meant to say something different. I think that his heart was one place because, he spoke about being raised in a 3-parent home with his grandmother and his mother. And I think that he saw a very traditional way of how, a household is run where the man is the head and the this, that, and the third. What I don't think that he's taken, I think that his word of keep knowing when to shut up, I think that was a fool. You shouldn't have said that in that text. And I he talked more about women wanting to be bad bees. You know what I'm saying? The whole bad bee syndrome or whatever. I don't even know why I ain't say bitch, but bad bitch syndrome. But I think he's a little dated in his mindset behind that. I do understand what he's trying to say, but I think that he needs to come to 2022 and just kind of really think about how women have evolved. You're talking about the woman that couldn't vote. You're talking about the woman that, had to depend on her daddy just to be able to open a bank account. As a woman, those were the stipulations put on us as women in this country. I think that we've become We've become in control of our careers and our lives, and that we very much have a lot to say that is actually good, and helpful to promote and push our families and our husbands. I also think that we can be bad bitches, meaning we can have the hair, the nails, baby. We can be dressed from head to toe and still know how to cook and clean and still know how to allow our men to lead when it's time for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that, I just think that his mindset is a little antiquated in terms of knowing when to shut up. No, I just think you probably meant to say women nowadays, maybe what you mean is that we're not allowing men to take control because some of us are very control freakish. I get it. I feel you, but we do have a lot to say. And I think the problem is that we were silenced so much. So when we do talk now, it seems like we're doing all this here talking, which really we've been having something to say. So I just don't like the way that he said what he said. I kind of understand. I just think it's a little antiquated. And I think he meant well, but I just don't think that his delivery was good at all.
I'm looking at Vivica's face. I got to go to Vivica next because Vivica's like, I know she's ready to. I'm ready for it.
No, it wasn't I that drug him. It was, the internet and Twitter and all of them. Because, baby, the comments that came was like, ain't this the one that got had a baby mama with 4 kids and didn't marry her and got busted with playing with the side piece chick and got the side piece chick pregnant, so he may not be one to talk. Baby, them comments was vicious. Yeah. I agree with Selena, and I know Cam. I've met him before. He's a nice man, and I'm a huge fan of his. But it's not what you say, baby. It's how you said it, and how that came out was wrong. So wrong. Women don't sit over in the corner and just act like a little doll and be quiet and wait for massa to say something to them so that they can get their rent paid or get a car borrowed. That's not what we do no more. We collecting checks too, and we can talk when we want.
I agree with both of you all because I didn't know who Cam Newton was. I thought it was a cookie. Oh, that's Fig Newton.
You know what, Lisa Ray?
First of all,
no,
I'm leaving. Get me out of here.
Big Newton. So strawberry's the best, by the way.
Yes. So I agree with both of you. I know what he meant. I know what he said. Yeah. I know he wasn't talking to all women, but you're right, Viv. It's not what you said, it's how you said, and we all learned that lesson, So I concur.
She called this man a Fig Newton, is what she called this man.
I said, okay.
I met Cam at a White House Correspondents' Dinner. He was super good looking and nice, and it was a good quarterback and all that. But you know what? Everybody don't need a podcast.
Let me get my phone and Google him.
Oh no, he looks like a black Superman. He's
fine. He's handsome. Yeah.
But you know what? He is good looking and he played good. But everyone don't need a podcast.
Yeah.
And the more you talk, the more the fantasy of what we thought you were goes away. Because I like Cam Newton too, but saying we don't know when to be quiet. Okay, that can be said for men and women nowadays because these men out here talking more than these women.
Reckless.
Okay, reckless, complaining, running their mouth. We will follow the lead of a man that we deem capable of being able to lead us. You don't just follow anyone just because you got a penis. Oh, I got bars. That rhymed.
Yeah, that what that did. You have bars on that. You have bars on that. Yeah. Yeah. and I also want to know why is when we have these kinds of conversations, how come it's never double-sided? So if you're going to say, and I don't care if you are just talking about women, I think that you should add the fact, I think you should add what men could do too. If we could be quiet and get an alignment, or whatever it is that you're trying to say that we should do, then what are the men's responsibilities? What are some of the things that you feel, because if we're going to, like Claudia just so eloquently stated, if we're going to follow you, you have to be a leader.
And a man.
You got to lead. You got to know how to lead, baby. And in leading, there are certain qualifications that and characteristics that you're going to have to, have and house.
Do y'all follow him? Have y'all ever seen his Instagram?
No.
I have.
So for a while, he was writing all of his posts in this weird
Oh yeah, I did see
hieroglyphics type of
Yeah.
Egyptian.
Okay.
It's hard to follow a brother like that. I don't know what the hell he doing.
Yeah. Claudia, I do
Well, he's a pharaoh.
for just a second because we do need to go to commercial, but we're not done celebrating you yet, sweetie.
Oh my God, I'm
We
done.
have a video message from your girl, and let's take a look.
Hey girl, happy birthday. Cheers to more life, more memories, and girl, even more success. You deserve it all. You are killing it. I love you so much. And I am sorry I look so damn dusty. Love you.
That's my best. I love her. Annie
More
Alonso.
birthday love from Claudia. We'll be right back after this commercial, darling.
Cocktails with the queens. All right, let's get back into it now. Tashina Arnold posted this interesting question on Twitter. She said, what can we as Black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of Black men in America? Vivica, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on her post?
What is it to feel sorry for the men week going on?
It's their turn. It's their turn.
They want to feel courted and pretty too. I don't know.
Not pretty.
No.
Pretty. Okay, pretty.
I mean, didn't we just go through like Women History Month? So now we like feeling sorry for like guys, like, don't be a boss bitch. Don't you be too strong. My God,
we had a whole month, y'all.
Yeah,
We didn't like that.
Right. I'm ready for men to man up. So no, I don't. How are we emasculating men right now? I mean, listen, men, be men.
A lot of them are doing it to themselves, want to be taken care of.
But here's the thing. I think it's just all in conversation, period. You know what I mean? Just like we just finished talking about, Fig Newton, Cam Newton, post and what he said about women. And now Tashina's like, well, so I think what is really needs to be said is how do we, like Selena was saying, how do we come aligned with each other where nobody is putting down anybody, and there's a sense of family that happens that embraces the love in which both sides need to operate in this society. Oh, y'all ain't with me, huh?
I'm still laughing at Fig Newton.
It was Fig Newton is nuts.
We can't take you seriously now, at least, right? Because you don't call the man Fig Newton. So
I mean, that's only because I don't know him. And then maybe I have a taste for Fig Newton. I'm not sure.
Fig Newton is very funny. And I think it's fantastic and one of the highlights of my evening. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Fig Newton.
For 200.
For 300, Alex. Okay, so here's my take on this. We prep for these stories. I'm going to try to be, succinct and concise. Something I struggle with. But let's just talk about the root. First of all, I don't think that Black women are emasculating Black men as much as you would, society would like to lead on to. And I don't think Tashina's saying that we are. I just think that she's asking, how do we help, to diminish that? But I don't really think that it's our job to do. If a Black man feels emasculated, he can set a boundary, and that ends the emasculation. However, in terms of Black women and Black men, he can set a boundary. We can have conversations like Lisa Ray discussed. However, I think that it's not us that you need to be concerned about. It's white America. Let's just be honest here. The emasculating of Black men, if we're speaking about Black men, started with slavery. I mean, it was the plight to emasculate the Black men, is something that has been embedded in American culture. And I think that the best thing that if you want to know what the best thing is that we can do as Black women, I would say to encourage more, to uplift more, but I think that we already do that. I think that Black men feel emasculated when Black women are elevated. And I think that, I think that is a disfigurement in looking at the way that Black women and Black men, what our stance is in America. But I feel that the root is culturistic, and it's just from historical facts.
I do agree. I think a lot of our problems, of course, come from what the white man did to us and colonizers did to us.
Right.
But at some point, we got to take that, and we know at this point, we know what they've done to us, right? And I think we do have a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think there is 1000% a problem in our community. I think I do see a lot of Black women emasculating Black men, bitch this and talking like that. But I also see a lot of Black men disrespecting Black women as well. But I also see a lot of Black love, but we don't see that on TV. So the negative images, like everything, is always going to be put to the front. Oh, look at them. Look how they're acting. Look at them. You know, we just don't have balance in coverage of it. So we see the negative all the time. We don't see, you know, the Barack and Michelle's until they become president. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of people like that. I have a lot of friends, especially in Dallas, that are in beautiful relationships that they're just uplifting each other, but they never make the blogs. But if you're accused of some nonsense or someone, you know, talks trash to someone or disrespects someone, that's going to just go viral. So I think we have a coverage problem, but I can't say that we don't do it. We are guilty of it, and we do need to stop on both ends. I'm sick of Black men not taking up for us like they should. And I'm also sick of seeing Black women putting their hands in men's faces. We need to stop all that nonsense and just listen, we go through enough being Black in America. So can we at least be a little bit softer with each other? Please.
That was my point. Exactly.
But it's just a schizophrenic cycle that, you know, we all suffer from PTSD, Black women and Black men. And so, you know, it's just, it was in bed. It started, it's slavery.
They started it.
They definitely started it.
They started it.
But we're going to start to work. We just got to work.
And we're going to start this last commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Cocktails of Queens after this. With the Queens.
Claudia, I hate to be rude, but it is your birthday. So I have another shout out. I sure do. From your friend, Rada. Let's take it.
Happy birthday, Claudia. I love you. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
I knew her.
Your girls is coming through, honey.
Thank you, Rada. We did couples retreat. They actually just announced it today. Rada's Michael Blackson's girlfriend. So we're all going to be on VH1 March 16th. So you'll get to see all our business, our relationship issues, and see who makes it, who doesn't make it, and all that. So
you said March?
I mean, I keep saying March. May 16th.
Girl, March is gone. Okay.
But we shot this last year. So.
Okay.
Thank you, Vivica. Y'all keep coming through with this. All right, ladies. If we can go quick, we can squeeze in two. Huh? Oh, two stories. Okay, in her upcoming memoir, Finding Me, a memoir, Viola Davis reveals that after she was cast for How to Get Away with Murder, she faced scrutiny over her physical appearance from fellow Black actors due to her being darker skinned. Now, the experience is detailed in a New York Times profile where Davis recalls a friend telling her about overhearing several Black actors and actresses saying that Viola wasn't pretty enough to pull it off. What are your thoughts on Davis getting pushback from her own community? And have you ever dealt with a similar situation from your peers? Vivica, let's start with you.
Well, she's got the last laugh. How many Oscars and nominations has she gotten and been starring in so many shows? So whatever look she did work for Viola. You know, I mean, it's the business that we're in. I've been told you're too tall, you're too pretty. I wouldn't believe you, you're too young. It's the nature of the business. The best revenge is success, which she is so successful. So,
and then just think about what they talked about Cicely Tyson. She was before her time. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden she became beautiful Black Nubian queen this, you know what I mean? And she wasn't that in the beginning. So I also think that the more that you've seen and the more money you have and the more better you're able to take care of yourself, the more people get to see this different glow that you done grew up. And then it's like, oh, and they take notice. And so if her first thing had to have them take notice in that way, like you said, if she got the last laugh, she like, hey, I'm working, and ain't she a L'Oreal girl? And I'm worth it.
Okay,
that part.
Selena, what are your thoughts, Selena?
Well, I mean, I agree with what they're saying. I love how Vivica said, you know, the best revenge is success. You know, and I think that everybody goes through it. That's in the industry in some way, shape, or form. I mean, I bet Lisa Ray probably didn't get roles because she was too light. You know, or, you know, Viva, like she said, she's too tall, you know what I'm saying? So it's always something. But I do think that it's trash that your peers, you know, that were African-American talked about you too. But, you know, it is what it is. They doing that all over the world, girl. They doing that on
Let me tell you, she can act everybody off the stage. That was cute. How about that?
And she's about to be Michelle Obama, and she ain't even Michelle Obama's complexion.
You know what's sad? The fact that The fact that people are so cavalier about saying negative things about her like that, and then it got back to her, that's super sad. Like, even though she has the success now, I'm sure it still hurt her in a way to be like, damn, you know what I mean? And I bet you some of those very same people who had things to say about, you know, Viola Davis are probably begging and hoping that she hollers at them to put them on one of her projects, because she stays with the work. She stays
I'll
with
tell
the
you
work.
this. I'm playing a character in Lifetime movie this Saturday called Miss Viv. And it's a different type of character for me. It's like really, she's a narcissist, you know what I mean? And neurotic and just all kind of stuff. And when I tell you, I want you guys to.
Are you using me as a reference point, Lisa Ray?
No. But when I heard the name, I said, Miss Viv, I'm Miss Viv. Okay. And then when I read the character breakdown, it was like, oh, this is going to be different. So it's a different character for me because she's the kick ass, this really powerful performance I did. So if you guys are around Saturday, Lifetime, check it out. It's part of the 7 Deadly Sins from TD Jakes. So check it out.
You know what I love about y'all? Y'all funny, y'all smart, y'all come and slay every single Monday, but you still have time to book every single damn movie that's on television in the theaters and sing every song and do all kind of things. I'm gonna thank my girls, Lisa Ray, Selena Johnson, and Vivica Fox, and Kandi Burruss for joining us tonight. And thank you for watching us on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all better stick around for the Pulse. That's coming up next. Bye, Queen.
Bye, y'all.